Float like gravity, never had a cavity. Got no formats, then no Winders got family. Shout out to the Winders family. Let's get this party started.
Let's go.
This was the deepest mound of we'd ever been in.
It was smelly, yes.
Each way out seemed far outside of our reach, and we were beginning to feel very desperate.
I remember feeling full of anxiety, not knowing what was next, what we could do. Our resources were limited.
Yeah, limited. We had done all we could do, but the bottom line remained the same. We were thousands of miles away from home, no money in the bank, credit cards maxed out, and not knowing what the hell was coming next.
Right, but there was one thing we knew we were going to make it through.
Oh, you did? Because I ain't know.
Well, okay, let me say this. Our faith was tested, right?
Our faith was really tested. So I really felt like I let you down. I felt like I was letting you down because I was not being the provider that I was kind of born to be, right? I'm chasing this dream, believe I'm living in God's calling and doing all these other things. And here we are with our backs against the wall.
But the thing is, we're in this together. Like, we are pursuing the same thing. We don't have like separate jobs. We work together. And so this is a joint effort. And there's no way. I mean, you might feel that way, but I'm saying that I'm in this too. We're in this together. And I did also feel,
join the adventure. Subscribe.
Let's say depleted, deflated at how things were going, but I knew that we would figure it out.
So the situation is we're deep in Brazil and like our third or fourth city. We hit the city that we finally wanted to get to, Salvador. We had won a contest that you had entered us in, right?
Yep. It was Selena Fiverr. We got the contest and it awarded us like a certain number of credits to stay at Selena and a certain number of cash that we can use for travel, anything.
$2,000 a piece. That was like an extra $4,000 to do the things we wanted to do, to travel, to buy airplane tickets, get food, use Uber, and to use those Selenas. But all of that had ran out, and we thought by the time that money ran out, we'd be in a really good situation. We'd be able to leverage it.
We thought wrong. We were just in a situation that things just weren't panning out how we wanted them to. But yeah. Yep.
The plan's a man, right?
Thinking of a master plan.
But it turns out we prayed heavy and fervently for days, and somehow another, all in a row, succinctly, we got all these different sponsorship offers.
Yeah.
One after another, and we were able to climb up out of that mess.
We did.
And that is a window of 2023. 2023 was the year of giving God his honor because he did it. All year long. God did. And God was like, I got you.
But that's what happens. Like, when we move to exercise our faith, right? Whatever it is that you're believing in, as soon as you like take a step towards it, then you start seeing things kind of come in, like blessings kind of fall in. And
I hear you. Okay. Would you tell your kids to do that though? Like, hey, just go out there.
Of course not. I mean, that was very irresponsible of us. We probably getting some jobs. I knew at that time we needed to, right?
That's what we said we would do.
Very irresponsible. But I mean, like, in regards to exercising our faith, and we wanted more brand partnerships and things like that, things that aligned with us, with our channel. And when we started pitching, right, and contacting brands, was when we really started receiving responses back, and from people who we didn't even pitch. But that's when they started coming in, was when we took that step and started pitching.
We always had confidence in ourselves, and it got to a point to where we didn't. But God did.
God did.
2023 was wild. I mean, that situation had itself on repeat over and over and over again. We would get ourselves into a situation and somebody would give us a miraculous donation that would just cover our rent. Or we get another miraculous donation that would cover our airfare. And it happened time and time again. It was a good year, but it was a bad year at the same time, because those situations, nobody wants to be in them. But somehow we managed to get out.
Yeah, of course not. I mean, that was tough. It was humbling. It was definitely humbling.
Facts.
But we had like 8 videos that reached over 100,000 views, and that was a first for us.
Nine.
9. I'm just saying, that's a first for us.
Girl, we had a couple hit 500,000. A million. You know what I'm saying? That's for real.
I mean, new heights, on the channel.
All right. So what was the highlight? What was your highlight of 2023?
It's interesting because it was also in that same city, but I think exploring the city, learning about the city, meeting people, we built a lot of connections. Like we connected a lot on the ground with people, and just the whole vibe, the melanin, the food, the beautiful coastline.
Time out.
That was
time out. What is your dish of 2023?
Ooh, okay.
You think about it.
Okay.
My drink of 2023 was that. Is it Caipirinha?
Caipirinha.
And it was the 12-year-old boy that made it. He made the perfect drink.
Oh my gosh. I don't know who taught that 12-year-old how to make caipirinhas, but that drink was really good. But I'm surprised that's your favorite drink of 2023?
The one that he made, yeah.
The one that he made? It took me a while to determine if I really liked caipirinhas. It wouldn't be my favorite, but since we started the year off in Peru, my favorite drink of 2023, you already know.
Yeah, I do. What's the name of it? I can't remember.
I remember right now. Stop. I was hoping the name was gonna come to me.
I'm looking it up right now.
It'll come.
What did you like about it?
It was just really good. Pisco sour.
Pisco sour. But it got to be done right. You can't be playing no games with the pisco sour.
I don't think I had a bad one. I had a real good one.
You had the ones that I made for you, the ghetto ones.
Those are not pisco sours. That's
my boys in the hood said that's how they do it.
No,
they said that's how they do it.
They said that's how they drink. They didn't say that's how they drink pisco sour. That's how they dress up pisco.
Okay, all right.
Look, the little pisco and what was it, ginger ale and some lime. Okay, that sure it's a drink, but
boys
it's no
from the hood
pisco
are always
sour.
hot.
Look, but that pisco sour at that hotel in Centro.
Yeah, that knocked my socks off, literally. Like I was shook. I was like, damn, we have to sit here before we leave for a minute, baby. I don't think I've ever had one drink that has like made me have to sit still. That was like, I ain't gonna call it a girl drink, but it wasn't sweet. It was sour. It was sour.
We almost got like the bigger version of that drink.
Yeah. I mean, you know me. I can believe it. But golly. I was wow.
All right, so I'm still thinking about what my favorite meal is, but do you have one in mind?
Oh gosh, I'm gonna have to say that it was still in Brazil. That churrasco.
Oh, okay. So it's kind of like a style of cooking, churrasqueria.
If I have to pick it, it's gonna be the piña or whatever.
Picanha, like the cut of
picanha. Yeah, the cut of meat. If I had to pick one, but all of it is good, and they just season it easy, like with salt and pepper. Man, coarse pepper, salt cooked over that open fire with that wood.
Have you been to like restaurants in the States, like the Brazilian steakhouses?
Yes,
Texas
I have.
State Brazil, things like that.
Yes, I have.
Okay, so it's like that kind of.
No comparison. I'll tell you why.
I'm not trying to compare them, but I'm saying like if you haven't been to Brazil, like that's the closest you'll get with them carrying around these huge skewers of meat all around and shaving off whatever it is that you want. You got a car that's stop and go for the meat to keep coming and stop to chill out with the meat. But no, that was really good. And I think for me, my favorite dish of the year was in Salvador.
Okay.
And
Salvador, for those you don't know who got that U.S. accent, Salvador.
That's me trying to say it like the locals in Portuguese. But the one that we had for my birthday, we went to the restaurant.
On that almost rooftop kind of ordeal overlooking the ocean. Yeah, that was good.
Actually at Restaurante Susana, where we had... It was a mixed dough version, but the meal. Do you remember the name? It was like one of those things that you have to try. One of those.
Was it moqueca? Was it a mixed?
Moqueca, I think so. Yeah, the moqueca.
Mm-hmm. Girl, that mug. Ooh.
Yeah, it was good.
I just know it was a sexy dish. It will come to your table. It's orange, and it had that smoke wafting up from it. You know what I mean? You can see the camarons and the fish. That was good with the palm oil, but giving it that little tint. That was good, but it ain't comparing to no
Churrusco. We try to recreate it.
Not with the kid. We'll
just have to try. I mean, because they had that special oil, right? Yeah, the palm oil. You said that.
Yeah.
But really enjoyed that dish.
What's your highlight for the way God came through in 2023? Apart from being there and us going broke and all of a sudden him just dumping all kinds of interest-free money on us, right? What was another highlight for you for what God did in 2023?
What God did in 2023. I think blowing up a video for us that was old. We thought it was kind of dead in the water. It was 8 months old, and it first week out, it made maybe like 7,000 views. 8 months later, while we're in Brazil, struggling.
At the same time, we remember we hit our knees and hit all those prayers and do all other business. And at the same time that we started getting those sponsorships, I forgot about that. That video jumped off. It's been dormant for, if you don't know, videos on YouTube are good. Like the first month, 2 months, you're good, but they can come alive whenever, yo.
Woo. They can. Right. And that one came alive for us for real. I was looking at our AdSense and wondering like, what video is popping off? Like we're getting more money. And these Brazil videos aren't popping off. So what is it? Like what's feeding this? And come to find out that video was making its rounds around the world.
That was such a God hug. That was so unexpected and such a huge payoff, right? Like that took care of us for like 2 months. I was, man.
Thank you, Jesus.
One video. And thank God. So that was the tip off. And thank God we had 3 more videos follow suit just like that one. So that was pretty cool. That was really, really cool.
But for you, what do you have? Like, what's that highlight for you?
It was the video that we did leaving Brazil, the farewell to Brazil video. We did it exactly the way we wanted to do it.
Yeah.
And we did not spend weeks and hours, days and months doing it, right? We just sat down, spit our pieces and put it together and put it out for better or for worse. And boy, did that mug hit 500,000 the first month. For us, that's a big deal.
No, I mean, it was breaking milestones for us from the very beginning. I remember doing a story, like an Instagram story or something. And I was like, this video has reached 20,000 views in the first 24 hours. Oh my gosh, I don't know what's happening. And that was just the tip of the iceberg. Like what?
That video I felt like was a message from God saying, Rondell, you can do. Because at that time, I was like, damn, I guess we need to go into data programming. I felt like I was going to have to switch careers.
That's honest truth.
That video came through and I said, wow, we can do this. We really can do this. So that's what
kind
brought us where we are now.
Restored your faith in our channel.
I was depleted, baby. I was depleted. Look, that was the flight from Brazil. That's all I was thinking about. We landed had a layover in Colombia. And I was just processing. Like, damn, I'm gonna have to get like a regular 9 to 5 again. And I guess I can try to find something that doesn't have a desk where I could be international. But wow, another skill set I'm gonna have to develop. And then we landed in Cancun, did that video, and then the video that we were working on in Cancun jumped off too. So,
and that was a random one, right? That one did well, our first video back. And then we received a sponsorship out of the blue to do a YouTube short for an amount that we had never been offered, for YouTube short before.
60 seconds, not inside of a video, just a straight 60 seconds. All right, but hold on.
What?
Truth revealed, right? In prayer earlier last year, I was given, Rondell, eat to live, don't live to eat, and get your body in order. I'm going to have you on display. And lo and behold, boy, get off from over here.
Yeah, a little menace.
And lo and behold, I got to be in the video with my belly out. But it was for a good amount of money, so I did not give a good god darn.
Go listen to God next time, right?
Real talk though. I just thought that was out the blue. We gonna get this body tight and right though. Sincerely.
I mean, I thought it was a scam. You know
what? my favorite part, I neglected to say this. My favorite part or my biggest blessing was when we got to have lunch with the woman who gifted us that money in the beginning of the year.
Yeah.
We got to have lunch with her and found out that she said she was just following God's orders. I thought she was some kind of rich lady. She's like, nah, honey, that money was personal to me, but I was told to give it to you.
Someone who
And
was
it came at a
blessed to be a
time,
blessing.
y'all.
Yeah.
It came at a time y'all just don't know. Like I can't even articulate how thick and tough the situation. We had money to get to the next country. We had a place to stay in the next country, but we didn't know exactly where our meals were going to come from 1 month after we were in that country.
Yeah.
So
it was tight. It was tight.
A lot of the stuff that happened last year felt like it was surreal. That Airbnb we walked into, we thought was going to be nice, and then we walk in there, there's mildew everywhere. I'm like, everything felt like surreal. Because on the back of the end of that, we were looking at another Airbnb that we could not afford. And we're like, man, we had another $100. We'd probably go ahead and pay for it. What did Airbnb do? They gifted us $150 in credits in addition to what we spent. So we got that Airbnb.
God did.
That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
Let's take it to the one city that we've been to in 2023 that you would not return to.
There's a couple actually, but that one that we were on our way to Mesquite, we stayed in Mexico.
Monclova.
Monclova. I ain't going back there, baby.
I mean, I don't blame you. I mean, it's not like people don't come to Mexico to go to Monclova.
I feel like in a city, there's a few things that I look for, right? You don't have to be a stellar city and anything else, but I need to have something to do. You need to have some kind of activity. I'm looking for decent restaurants. I want to have some choice of Airbnbs or some decent Airbnb. When I say decent, I mean running water, no roaches, clean bed. Mm-hmm. It ain't got to be all that. It was hard to find all of the above in this place. So if you're watching, you from Monclova, I apologize. Maybe I don't know where to look, but from my experience, I ain't doing that again.
It's not a city set up for tourism whatsoever. It's not a tourist city. We just needed to go there because we were on our way to another place. So it was a means to an end, and I get why you wouldn't go back there.
What about you? What was your favorite city? What city do you want to return to next year or this year?
I'm gonna say Gramado and Canela, because those cities are like little twin cities right next to you. Wait, did I steal yours?
Nah, what about Gramado got you? So Gramado in Brazil, in
the south of Brazil,
right, where they say black people shouldn't go, right.
It's considered like the more less melanated part of Brazil, if you will. But it was such a treat.
It's like the Iowa of Brazil.
It was a treat because, we were on our way to a different city and we were like, all right, let's stop in Porto Alegre because the airfare was cheap to get there. It was like, all right, we'll stop here first. And told our channel, like on the community post, hey, we're in this city, blah, blah, blah. Some people chimed in. They were like, you should check out this region. It's not far. So we thought, why not, right? We went over there and I'm wondering why the heck we didn't spend all of our time there. I mean, we didn't know, but it was such a gem.
Shout out to Anthony Bourdain for giving us that tagline, no reservations. That really is how we live our life, y'all. No reservations. Like anything, we're going to take a left turn or right turn at any given moment and end up in some cool new place or some horrible place, right? And shout out to our community. Yeah. Our community took care of us on that one bigly.
I mean, I think that's how we traveled Brazil. We had some places that we thought of, but even like we knew we were going to Brazil, and homegirl that we met in Mexico City was like, "Are you going to Salvador?" We're like, Salvador.
And we're like, we didn't plan on it. Should we? She's Salvador? Like, yeah, it's the city with the largest black. She says the blackest city outside of Africa. I was like, oh yeah, we going. I just, what I'm saying.
We're like, Salvador. Things to do. Yeah, shout out to our community because we hit up a lot of places in Brazil because of them. So Gramado, I mean, it was just such a treat. It was something I didn't expect, didn't know about this region. It's a city that feels like Christmas.
Give me 3 words, no more than 3 words, to describe Gramado.
Okay. Charming.
Okay.
Bavarian.
Facts.
Christmas.
Gramado was cool. I liked Gramado, but I would never move to Gramado. Canela is the city. So Canela is the city that's right next to Gramado. If you go to Gramado, you can visit Canela. Away. or vice versa, I would live in Canela.
Okay.
Canela still has a lot going on. It's slower motion. But both of those cities, it's just so much to do.
Yeah.
I mean, like, bring your bank book because it's 1,000 million. That's a perfect vacation city. Of 2023, of all the places that we've been, I'm going to tell you that an up and coming place that you should probably visit, Theyarbros.
Okay.
It's a beautiful city. Now, they don't have, I'll tell you some things that I look for, a large choice of Airbnbs, things to do, beauty, architecture, food, architecture, on point. But the people of Durango, golly, man, I love them so much. Limited Airbnb selection. So if you watching this and you're in Durango, get y'all stuff together, man. Y'all can make some money. If you are a dream chaser, if you are a dream catcher, just be encouraged, y'all. A way will be made for you. Get out here, live your dreams. You got one life, live it well. Live it by the principles of the kingdom, and you're gonna be all right, man.
I gotta give my shout out to everyone who has bought us a coffee. Shout out to our Patreon community, y'all. The window seats, yeah, like you have fueled our travels. And the encouragement, whether you are, we
appreciate you.
Whether you contribute to our content in that way or not, you're just engaging in the comments. Like that's fuel for us. And
yeah, it is, man.
I want to thank you for that.
We appreciate all of that. So you know what? From the Yarbros with love, y'all stay peace, live long and prosper. We love y'all. We appreciate you, and we're going to keep bringing you content as long as God allows us to. So
in
thank
Jesus'
you.
name.
Peace and love, y'all.